Hi everyone, this is IntuitiveEdge. Welcome once again to my channel. Thanks for joining me. So I hope everyone had a nice Christmas. I had a nice Christmas. Santa was actually good to me this year and got some interesting stuff and some happy stuff in terms of electronics, and I think I figured out my sound issue that I've been having. Maybe not the dropping out of the sound, but I got a new microphone. So you can tell me in the comments if the sound is coming through better, if it sounds better quality. I hope I've resolved some of the issues with, I know I'm a little soft-spoken sometimes unless I get really excited, but hopefully the sound is better than it's been before. So let me know in the comments if this is improved or not, or if it doesn't make a difference, let me know that too. So before we get into our week ahead, I wanted to thank everybody. I have the most wonderful subscribers out there. Really thank you guys, because you've helped me, I think, with your prayers and your well wishes. I very much appreciate everyone who was concerned about my shoulder injury. I did get a good report from the doctor. Well, it wasn't a bad report, we'll put it that way. In other words, I don't have to have surgery, so this is just something that's going to take some time to heal, and I'm finding better ways to manage the pain that I was having, and so things are getting a little bit smoothed out. So I'm on the mend, so thank you very much for your concerns and your prayers. I appreciate that very much. Okay. All right, well, let's get into our week ahead. There's a lot going on this week. I'm also going to be doing, just to give you a heads up, I'm going to be doing some other videos, and I'll probably post those on Bitchute and Brighteon and possibly Rumble. But I want to take a look at, just to let you know kind of what's coming down the pike. There's, of course, we all know the bombing that happened in Nashville on Christmas Day. I want to take a look at that and see what I can pick up on. Also, I want to look at Tiffany Dover. Now, some of you may be going, who? She was a nurse and RN who took the COVID vaccine on live television, and then she had a fainting episode afterwards. There's been a lot of people, a lot of kind of rumors about what's happened to her since. Some of her social media has gone silent, and people are wondering if she actually had an adverse reaction enough to that vaccine that she's no longer with us. Some people think that. I want to take a look, see if I can tune into her energy. If she's on this side or on the other side, I'm going to try to do that and get some answers there. Also, what's coming up in the next couple of weeks, we've got Vice President Pence. Some are saying, is he going to backstab Trump on the 6th? Is he going to cash in his chips and get the heck out of Dodge? And is he going to come through for President Trump, be loyal, or is he going to backstab him? I want to take a look at that. So I've got some videos I want to start doing. So those are kind of what's on the table coming up. I might also look at Melissa Carone. She's the I don't know what her role is. She was hired, I think, by Dominion, and she came out as a whistleblower, and now it looks like Dominion's trying to go after her. So I want to take a look at that situation and see what the cards say about her. But for now, let's look at our week ahead. This is heading into the new year, so let's see what we've got coming up this week. All right, I'll be right back. We'll get started. All right, so got my microphone on, and hopefully the sound is good. So, look for a big shakeup this week in the Department of Justice. One of the branches, one of the compartmentalized agencies within the Department of Justice is undergoing some type of shift in leadership or personnel. Look for that. There's some type of shakeup going on. Maybe some people being, tossed out, replaced. Look for some movement. I don't know if it's the FBI, but it's within the Department of Justice. I think it's a side a side branch or side something underneath their umbrella. Yeah, there's some lateral movement of personnel and also removing people at the top. And they're going to be taking people, just firing. You're fired kind of thing. I get that there's a lot of, there's still some holdovers and some bad actors within the Department of Justice at various levels. And somebody, I think it's the new acting AG that replaced Barr. I think he's doing some cleanup. But this feels like a few levels down. It's not like at the DOJ, but it's a few levels down. But some big shifts moving. And it's probably going to cause a little bit of a stir. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay. All right. So what's the biggest issue we face this week? Well, I've got this card. Okay, so this is the Queen of Wands. Keyword is passion, creative passion. What I sense with her, with this high creative energy, is that she is like, her opposite would be like apathy. She is the antithesis of apathy. She has a creative vision. She's motivated to get things done. And so I'm wondering if that motivation, keeping that motivation high, and if the issue we face is staying motivated or not giving in to apathy, and knowing that there's something about this that knows that there's something moving and taking place, and that there's more to come. And I think this is like not to give in to apathy or the feeling that nothing's being done or that nothing's happening. Behind the scenes, we've got this card. This is the Ace of Wands, same suit as the Queen. And they're facing each other. This is the hidden influence. With an ace, which is new beginnings, keyword growth, and that, again, forceful creative energy, which is like the opposite of apathy, and there is something going on behind the scenes. And for all the people that are thinking that there's nothing happening, I think that's incorrect. There's a lot going on. There's a lot happening. This feels like movement, moving ahead, and having the faith to trust that things are moving regardless of how things look. Now, I already went over what's coming up was this Queen of Swords. This is what I got with the Department of Justice. Some tier down the line is going to be undergoing a shakeup in their leadership. What we are leaving behind, this is interesting. This is the 10 of Wands. Another Wands coming out. And this is the card of responsibility. That's the key word. But it's almost like having too much on your plate or being burdened or saddled with something that is a lot to carry, a big burden to carry. And having that in the position of what we're leaving behind. Imagine leaving off that heavy load. Carrying the heavy load and being able to let it down and be free of it. And you know, there's something about it tying back into the growth of the Ace of Wands that's going on behind the scenes. They're kind of tied. They're linked somehow. what we need to know. Wow, we've got a major arcana on this. The Magician. The Magician. This is taking everything you have at your disposal and creating your future the way you want to see it. Creating what you want to see. Being the change you want to see. It's the opposite of your circumstances kind of dictating what happens. This is taking control of your circumstances to affect the outcome that you want. That's the heart of the Magician card. And that's what we need to know. Perhaps that things are in their own way, working themselves out. Pieces are coming together. Pieces are coming together this week. It feels as though there's been a piece here, a piece there. All these different pieces since the election, since the chaos hit. And things happening that seem like they're disjointed, and we, or at least Trump, with the election, with the courts, not having any real luck there. Things kind of being stalled, trying different tactics, different ways and means of putting the puzzle together. This feels like things are coming together this week. Now, maybe not the whole pie, but a large piece of it. A large piece of that puzzle is coming together. And it's going to start taking shape as to how things are going to move forward. We might get more clarity this week in terms of what is going to be taking place in the future and what it's going to look like. Key people are going to be placed in positions that's going to, it's going to link together. I'm sensing like a link, like a chain link. Things are going to link together and finally feel like there's enough momentum to move forward now in a cohesive way. It's not a piece here and a piece there and people moving all over. It's like we're finally moving into cohesion and a true path forward. And that's going to start to become evident. Now, the outcome for this week, we have this card. It's a king. This is the King of Pentacles. The key word on this is trust. This is a strong leader. This is trusting in a higher power, trusting that the pieces are going to get into place, to trust your own instincts. I think a lot of this queen here, in not signing on to apathy and joining that creative influence that wants to manifest in a positive direction, she's facing with that King of Pentacles. And with that manifestation card, that Magician kind of backing them up, it's like there's going to be some type of cosmic marriage or togetherness that's going to be the people finding their passion and their drive and their will, and the leadership, the good guys, I'm thinking, in power, coming together and needing each other. It's like a happy union of some kind. Now, I'm sorry, I'm wondering if this makes sense. It makes sense to me, but I'm talking in kind of a quantum sense to this, of like the energies behind the scenes of what we're seeing play out in this drama that has unfolded the last couple of months. It's like things are coming full circle and they've needed to kind of bear out and play out the way they have. Now, I love, again, this Queen of Swords. Again, I saw this with the DOJ. This is on what's coming up. But also having her crowning kind of this spread, the way I have the cards laid out here. The Queen of Swords is all about seeing the truth behind the lies, getting to the root cause, the root problem, seeing fact from fiction, and being able to separate the two and see that clearly. There's a clarity coming this week. A clarity in knowing which way to move forward. I really feel like we're going to be able to see how things are going to proceed after this week. We're going to have a picture. There's been a lot up in the air. There's been a lot of speculation. Are things going to happen this way or that way? What's going to, the courts aren't doing this. We thought they were, and now we're not sure. And just a lot of feeling like unanswered questions and burning questions. And this, I think, this week, at least in a couple of key areas, there's going to be some clarity this week. We're going to know whether that's we get, word maybe from the courts again that, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it out. Maybe they reject another appeal or something. It's like every rejection that comes puts us one step closer to knowing how this is going to really play out. So we're getting one step closer, and this week is going to be key. And perhaps that shuffling around of people on some level within the tiers of the Department of Justice, and who knows how vast that is. I don't know the extent of it. But there's so many different levels of bureaucracy underneath there. But somewhere there's a shakeup, and perhaps that's part of what's going to help information flow the way it needs to. But the people finding their passion is key. Finding their will and their drive to stand and to trust and to work toward bringing a better manifestation of a better result. That's what this is about this week. It's going to be important. This week is kind of pivotal. It's like after this week, we're going to know which way the ball is rolling. Okay? That's what I think. Now, interesting, underneath the Hanged Man, the card of limbo, being kind of hanging in the balance, which way are things going to end up? Which way are we going? I think by the end of the week, we'll know. Or at least we will be a little closer to knowing how this is going to roll out. I don't know what else specifically to ask for this week. I feel like I was kind of in the clouds on this one. A few specific nuggets, but a lot of this is kind of how things are shaping up in the ethers, in the other realms. Okay. All right. That's what we got going this week. Thank you for joining me. And stay tuned. I do have some other videos I'm going to be working on, and I will be posting those probably in the next few days, hopefully. I'll try to work on those this week, and those will be on my companion channels on Bitchute, Rumble, and Brighteon. All right, thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate you very much. Thank you, take care, and we'll catch you next time. Bye for now.